11.
Panic always messes up everything as far as when we don't know where to go.
Another woman has died after a stampede at Rochester's Main Street Armory. Her name isn't being released yet, but new tonight, we found out the first victim was a City of Buffalo employee. The Buffalo mayor says Rondisha Belton worked for the city's traffic violations agency.
She was 33 years old. Another woman is in the hospital with critical injuries. News 10 NBC's Patrick Musanak heard from some survivors. Patrick?
Brett, Nikki, concert goers we heard from say they have no idea how or why the stampede started. It was a matter of getting out as quickly as they could.
It was just too many people in one place and the rush, and I just seen people falling. You know, it was sad.
One concert goer telling us what he saw after a stampede took place inside Rochester's Main Street Armory. Police and firefighters rushed to the scene after an initial report of a shooting at the Armory. Up to 5,000 people were inside the Armory Sunday night to see the popular performer Glorilla. Monday morning, Ikea Hayes and her family members were back at the Armory to retrieve their personal belongings left inside.
Like 1 minute we was just having a good time, exiting the bar, then everybody just started rushing the crowd.
In the confusion, Hayes soon found herself down on the ground.
You know, I was good 1 minute, up and standing, and next minute I'm on the ground getting trampled over.
Hayes admits she thought her life was over.
I was watching my life flash before my eyes, and I still didn't even know what was going on. So it's like not only am I on the ground just scared, like praying, like, you know, you got to get up, you got to move. If you just stand here, they're going to keep running you over, so you got to get up, you got to move.
Hayes and her fellow concert goers eventually made it out uninjured.
Thank God they opened the side door because we couldn't get out. It was so many people rushing the front door trying to get out, and nobody could get out.
Rochester police is investigating this incident that's now left 2 dead and a third with life-threatening injuries.
Anyone who has video or pictures from last night or wishes to provide us with any information can help us piece together what happened. We encourage you to call 911.
Rochester police say you can also send in your video by email. Their address is pci@cityofrochester.gov. We'll have that address in this story on our website, whec.com. Nikki?
Thanks, Patrick. News 10 NBC also spoke with a security guard who was working at the show.
While he was on duty, his daughter was in the crowd. Anthony Rouse says he usually avoids these shows, but when he found out his daughter was going, he signed up to work. During the rush to the front door after the concert, Rouse's daughter got trampled. He was at the other side of the room when his daughter went down. Today, he says he's overcome with guilt.
And I swear, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm such a big guy that I wouldn't have got stampeded, but I wish I could have been there to protect her.
Do you think there were too many people there last night?
Too many people at a concert? I mean, I'm not a fire marshal, but there were a lot of people. There were a lot of people.
Too many?
Yes, I would say so.
Anthony's daughter was released from the hospital today. 24 hours later, the city of Rochester wants to make sure something like this never happens again.
News 10 NBC investigative reporter Jennifer Lukey takes us through the timeline of events and how city officials are taking action.
This is what the Main Street Armory looked like at 9:30 Sunday night. About an hour later, chaos ensued. This man was in the crowd and started feeling uneasy.
It was definitely packed, you know, so I felt like I needed to get out of here.
He started for the doors just as the crowd began to push.
Everybody panicked because it was just too many people in one place and the rush, and I just seen people falling, you know, it was sad.
Police aren't sure what caused the crowd to panic. Some people reported hearing what they thought were gunshots.
We do not have any evidence of gunshots being fired or of anyone being shot or stabbed at the scene. We are hearing many reports of potential causes, including possibly crowd size, shots fired, pepper spray, and other contributing factors.
Either way, by the time emergency responders could get inside, they found 3 women who had been trampled.
We have 3 people on passage. CPR in progress. The building is safe, but there will be an escort due to the large volume of crowds. We're going to need a number of more police officers here. Have them coming from East, have them coming from Circle Street.
Over the course of the next few hours, 7 others who had been injured during the crowd surge took themselves to local hospitals.
When you go to a concert, you do not expect
to be trampled. Your loved ones expect you to be able to come home and talk about the experience that you had at that great concert. And what I saw last night in the aftermath of what happened at this concert breaks my heart, and it is totally unacceptable.
The Armory was last inspected in December and, according to the city, met all fire codes. It has a capacity of 5,000. Whether it was over that number last night is still being investigated.
We are going to hold people accountable for what happened last night, period. When you put on a concert in this city or anywhere around the country, you have to make sure that all I's are dotted and T's are crossed. Now, it's too early to say what precipitated this, as the chief said, but I intend to get to the bottom of this.
Jennifer Lukey, News 10 NBC.
City officials say the owner of the Armory has agreed to cancel Saturday's show while this investigation continues.
As this story unfolds, make sure to tune in to News 10 NBC today, tomorrow morning at 4:30 with Emily Putnam and Lynette Adams for the latest developments. Again, 2 women who attended that concert are now dead. A third is still in the hospital with critical injuries.